Hello and welcome back to another video on the F1 Journal, and today we are looking at the last seat available on the 2023 F1 grid. The Haas seat, it seems like Logan Sargent's all but officially confirmed, obviously pending super licence, he's going to Williams, so that just leaves Haas. And it seems to be between two main contenders. There were rumours of Antonio Giovinazzi, but I think it's fair to say he royally fucked that up when he crashed his car two minutes or something like that, 2 laps into FP1, and he's not really had the best Formula E season either, so I think we can probably rule him out of contention. Maybe some other names, Robert Schwartzman, but yeah, it does seem to be a 2-horse race between Mick Schumacher, obviously the incumbent, and Nico Hulkenberg, and obviously, for me, I don't know, I just find this a very weird one, because Nico Hulkenberg, don't get me wrong, the guy's a very, very good midfield driver. I think he even showed that in the last season. He was pretty much on pace with Daniel Ricciardo, and let's not forget, this wasn't the Daniel Ricciardo that we've seen the last 2 seasons at McLaren. It's the Daniel Ricciardo we were used to before that, the one who could challenge Max Verstappen in Red Bull, the one who got podiums in Renault, that sort of Daniel Ricciardo. And let's face it, Hulkenberg's matching him. And then you look back at his past teammates, Sergio Perez, obviously now at Red Bull, he was matching him as well. So don't get me wrong, I think Nico Hulkenberg is a very, very strong midfield driver. But of course it comes with a big but, and that's the fact that the guy hasn't raced full-time in 3 years, not just in F1 full-time in 3 years, just altogether for 3 years. Obviously he's had those few standing appearances, qualifying P3, at the 70th anniversary of the British Grand Prix. I think it's the 70th anniversary. Obviously he still clearly does have it in him. I think in the first race this season he out-qualified Lance Stroll when Seb had COVID. So he's definitely still going. But I don't know, calling up a 35-year-old who, let's face it, was a very good midfield driver, but it was probably nothing more than that. After 3 years out of the sport, it's not really a step that you'd have to take unless you were absolutely desperate for a driver, if you know what I mean. That just leads me to questions about Mick Schumacher. Obviously, the guy's had plenty of crashes so far this season, and stuff like that. Had a really slow start to the season, he'll admit that. But for me, in the second half of the season, he's come on leaps and bounds, and now on a semi-regular basis, at least, even not on a more regular basis, is outperforming Kevin Magnussen, of course, a hugely experienced and a very solid midfield F1 driver in his own right. So that leads to the question to me, why are Haas almost so desperate to get rid of him? We've seen, all you have to do is look at his previous records, F3, F2, F1, not F1, but F3 and F2, etc, etc. But in his second season with new cars, obviously 2022 cars and new cars, he comes on leaps and bounds. I think it was intense in his first F2 season to win in the next season. So for me, I don't know, he crashes a lot, but I think he's starting to cut out of the game, before that Japan FP1 crash. For me, I don't know why Haas would want to get rid of Mick Schumacher. I think he's only going to grow, where Hulkenberg, let's face it, probably for a year or 2 maximum, would probably take him a while to get fully back up to speed. You've got Hulkenberg, he may not be a Max Verstappen, a Lewis Hamilton, a future world champion or anything like that, but for me, he will develop probably into a solid midfield driver and could be a driver that Haas have for years to come in the midfield, or you could get like a 35-year-old who hasn't raced in 3 years, and that kind of seems where it's going to go. So it's a bit of a baffling decision for me. But like I say, Nico Hulkenberg is a very strong midfield driver, and if they do go with him, which it seems like they will, I'll be intrigued to get along. But personally, I'm not sure it's the right decision. But anyway, guys, that's it for the video. Thanks very much for watching. So like, share, subscribe, put your thoughts, comments down below. Follow this show for daily F1 news, and subscribe to the channel. It's greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.